Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. And welcome back, guys. Speaking of Terminators, who do we have here but God Young Ho himself coming out against Harangi? It's going to be a rematch from Sunday on the same map as well, I believe, Sniper Ridge.
Yeah, I'm so happy over this rematch. That game against Flash, Harangi plays so smart throughout that game. And I guess that Flash, I think that he's pretty hungry for revenge, so I can't see this game not being epic.
Indeed, and for anybody who doesn't quite remember what happened in that game, I mean, Harangi basically just did a huge 3-base attack off 13 gateways on 3 bases, breaking Flash's attempt to take a quick third expansion of his own, or third base, not third expansion, and also doing a very fancy recall of like 20 Zealots all over Flash's tanks. Very, very cool move. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I still don't really know how Harangi afforded all of that stuff. He got 13 gateways and Arbiter tech, you know, all for his first attack. He got 2 Archons in his army, like along with an Arbiter. It was really crazy. But yeah, let's see what we can do here.
While taking a 4th base.
While taking exactly, and he was taking a 4th base. So Harangi like pulling minerals out of thin air here. And let's see what Flash can do. Has he learned from the last game? What is he gonna do differently? I cannot wait. I mean, Harangi actually is pretty crucial for him to win here. If he loses this game, KT will be up 3-0 over CJ. Like, CJ would have to pull a reverse 4-0, or I guess reverse 4-3. I don't know. They'd have to win 4 games in a row to win the match. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but also the other way around. CJ did win after Harangi took down Flash, swing the momentum back to CJ's favor, and then they did a clean sweep in the next 3 games. So
Indeed.
It's a key game for sure.
The conclusion is that CJ is actually Harangi and friends. That's right. Harangi with his beautiful building placement is the ace player. Anyway, looks like Flash going to be the blue Terran here at the bottom right. Harangi going to be the white Perdos in the top right. And you know, these locations, they're not exactly the same as their first game, but they're similar in that, I mean, in their game on Sunday, Harangi was top left, Flash was top right, so they basically rotated 90 degrees following the symmetry of the map. So once again, Harangi's third base is kind of facing towards Flash, so it's not going to be very nice to have to take that one. And Flash's third, meanwhile, is going to be quite nice to take. Anyway, that guy looked pretty excited. I don't know what he was saying.
He probably did a shout out to Sayle.
Nice thinking, nice thinking. You know what? I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it was. Like, I don't speak Korean, but we're just gonna go with that. Meanwhile, little note on Flash's depot there that does make his mining a little bit more efficient. Otherwise, the SCVs from the bottom couple of patches would kind of take a long way to go back to the back to the command center. And Flash has already got a barracks. Is this oh no, okay, this is like most likely going to be a 1-Rax expand with that barracks down there. Don't think anything else makes much sense. I almost forgot that he had a depot in his base. I was like, oh my god, it's an 8-Rax, but no, it is nothing that crazy. And looks like Flash sending out his SCV.
Yeah. And it looks pretty standard from Harangi. He will probably do something like he did the last game, just point gate and Nexus. So unless Flash screws up, and he probably won't, his deal loader would have a slight economic advantage going into the mid game.
Indeed, and Flash also going to get lucky with this SCV scout and see and get to Harangi's base first, so he's going to see exactly what's going on. He's going to know what to prepare for, which is nothing too special just yet. Of course, summoning score is not even finished, so we're not really going to. You can't even see any tech until that does finish. But Harangi most likely going to make a Dragoon, ward away that SCV before he does anything. Ooh, that's actually quite nice. Apparently you can kind of wall that in with just the 1 barracks, and then with the command center next to it in the correct position. I was not aware of that. And is it just, wait, Was that just the lighting, or was Harangi, like the front of Harangi's hair dyed purple or something? It looked a little bit pinkish slash purplish to me. Might have just been the lighting. I hope his hair is not a silly color. Anyway, Flash getting his gas now. And getting a bunker at the front, very, very standard.
Yeah, and sneaking the SV to the back. Yeah, we'll see if Harangi notices that something is up. Or else Flash will get a free scouting later, and that's always an advantage.
Yep, nice little move by Flash. Basically, he moved his SCV towards Harangi's ramp, like pretending he was running away. Because of course, you know, seeing that next core finish, he knows when the Dragoon roughly is going to be finished, so he knows when he has to run away. And so Harangi sees the SCV moving away. He assumes that it just left, but actually, as soon as Flash was out of vision of the gateway there, he turned around and snuck it back in. So yeah, as you say, he will get the free scout off in the mid game. He'll be able to see if there's, you know, a fast robo, if there's any kind of DT tech, all those good things. It doesn't look like it's any of that though. I'm pretty sure Harangi just going for a 1-gate expand here. And whoa, that is a second barracks. Uh-oh, is Flash gonna pull a turn here?
That is... I don't know what I think about that. Is his dad shooken up after losing to 3 Protoss in a row that he feels the need to do something crazy?
Man, for anybody who's not aware, Turn did this against Stats, Flash's teammate, on this map in fact. He basically, like, he got mana pylon I think 2 or 3 times and got just really, and it was pretty funny because in the interview he was like, I got really angry and I knew I was behind, so I decided to just like do something completely ridiculous. And so he just threw down like 3 or 4 barracks and did a Medic Marine siege tank attack against Stats and actually won the game. And it looks like Flash is actually doing something similar. Now, Flash has not been mana pylon. This is a planned strategy for Flash here on this map against Harangi. And look at this. Interestingly, well, his barracks aren't blinking yet. It's actually, I think it'll be interesting to see if he lifts that barracks at his natural and repositions it, or just keeps making Marines there. Of course, if he makes too many Marines from that barracks at the front and Harangi sees that, it might be a little bit revealing of what Flash is doing. Also, by the way, for any of those people... Oh, looks like nice little pro block here at the top. I know that whenever people see Medic Marine, you know, used in TVP, they're always like, oh my god, it's Deep 6, it's Deep 6. I just want to make this absolutely clear, this is not a Deep 6. Deep 6 is 2 factories with machine shops and 6 barracks. It's like a specific build, like a mid-game timing. But Flash, as you can see, is going for 1 factory and 4 barracks, which is going to mean his timing is a lot earlier, a lot faster than the Deep 6. And I think it's going to be effective. I mean, Harangi's just going for the very standard Observer plus, you know, 2 more gateways. Like, Zealots and Dragoons are actually not very good against Medic Marine. You really want, like, Reaver tech or, you know, Storm tech is also very good, but, you know, it's very unlikely for the Protoss to have that by the time this comes. So you really, really need Reavers out to stop this efficiently, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there is... Those things you mentioned are the reason that why Terran doesn't go for bio in Terran vs Protoss. But if it's only like Zealots and Dragoons, they are actually quite good. So with the support of siege tanks, there's not much you can do with only gateway units. So hopefully he will get that Observer in, and he does so right now. And let's see how Harangi reacts.
Oh man, look at this. Flash is actually trying to block this with his Marines. Wait, no, it looks like he's just going to go for it. Now, the barracks have been spotted. I actually thought he might have tried to, like, scan the Observer and kill it with those 3 Marines and block it from seeing everything, but it looks like the Observer does get in. Now, Harangi knows what's up. I don't think he has time to get Reaver Tech, of course. He has the robotics facility, but he has no support bay yet. That would take way too long to finish. You know, the time for that to finish, in addition to making the Reaver, would just be way too long, so he's just going to add a few more gateways. He's just going to try and do it with mass gateway units. Now, he will be able to use his Dragoons, use the high ground ridges here. You know, Flash does not have a huge army just yet. He's just going to try and delay this push as much as possible, add on as many gateway units as possible, even though, you know, gateway units aren't necessarily the most cost efficient against Medic Marine. If you just slam out enough units, you'll be fine. And no, I'm sorry, I missed the support bay. Support bay is actually already finished, so Harangi will be going for Reavers here. And in the meantime, buying time with these Dragoons. He's taking a lot of damage, though. I think he should back up a little bit faster. He is trying to do some nice hold position micro. He is picking off a lot of Marines, but it's really crucial that he has enough gateway units left over when the Reaver gets out for him to be able to buffer and tank some damage and also go in and do damage with the Reaver. Because if you only have the Reaver left, like, it doesn't really matter. The Terran will just take it down, and it looks like Harangi's just going to get taken down. He's losing almost all of his Dragoons. I think all but one of the siege tanks is remaining for Flash. Only one of them got picked off there at the beginning, and Flash is in a dominant position right now, bunkering up at the natural. Harangi in a ton of trouble.
Yeah, I think he lost a few too many Dragoons there. There was a nice siege tank snipe, but Marines with Stim and that siege tank support, it just slays Dragoons. He has the reroute now, so with some nice drop micro, he might be able to push this back. You never know. And actually sniped one tank and might get a second one.
And it
He
looks
actually
like he does.
Beautiful micro.
He's actually made a decent number of Zealots here, and those are actually really crucial, tanking a lot of the shots. Of course, Zealots actually tank damage better than Dragoons do with all those siege tanks there. But it looks like the two bunkers are finished. That one bunker is burning. The other bunker doesn't have anything in it. He's going after the last siege tank. The last siege tank gets taken down here. Harangi might actually survive this attack. Flash's attack has been somewhat stopped here. He still has the two bunkers at the front. He is still rallying off of the one factory and the 4 barracks here. Will that last bunker go down? No, sorry, not the last one. The top bunker does go down. One more siege tank is there. Flash keeping the pressure on here. Looks like he's got no more medics. He's just got Marines there. Looks like scanning the top left, checking for a hidden expansion, of course. That is one, definite possible reaction to this. And looks like, oh, grabbing 3 Marines there, sacrificing the Zealot. He's got to be so careful with that one Reaver. It is a little bit damaged, it looks like. And without those medics, though, the stim is really costing Flash. Harangi doing an amazing job. Can he get the last siege tank? The last siege tank is 1 shot left. Oh my god, what is he doing? What are you doing, Harangi? No! No, Harangi! Harangi, don't die. What?
I don't even care that oh, okay, never mind. I was just about to say I didn't even care he lost all those Dragoons because he was doing such a beautiful job for such a long time, but he lost that Reaver.
Oh
and now
my
he is in a world of trouble.
God, I think he just threw the game away. Like, he was fine. He had so many units, and he just suicided 4 Dragoons for no reason. Oh my god, Harangi, how? How? You had this. You did the most beautiful block, and now you're gonna lose. Why? Why, Harangi? Where did that medic even come from? That medic just ran down the ramp. What the heck? Did Harangi actually accidentally make a medic from his gateway or something? Like, what? What was that?
Probably. He wants to help Flash out. He feels that he's not in a big enough deficit as it is. Oh, I'm so sad. He was playing so beautiful without Reaver. I think that Reaver had like 20 kills or something. He killed so many Marines and so many siege tanks, taking almost no damage. But it wasn't enough. I don't think he can come back from this.
Man, that is actually just depressing. Anyway, it looks like Harangi's just going to do one final break here. He's loading up the 4 Zealots into that shuttle. Wait, where's he actually going? Is he going for a counterattack? Seriously? I thought he was going to like fly along the cliff and try and drop on these tanks from the cliff so that he wouldn't have to take the Marine shots flying in. But he's actually just doing like a 4 Zealot counterattack. I don't really see what that's going to do. Oh no, he's coming back. Oh, I think this was actually a fake. Harangi pretended to do a counterattack, so Flash would leave some units at home, and that would weaken this container at the front. But instead, he's just going to pull the shuttle back, and it looks like here he goes. 2 Reavers and 2 Zealots in that shuttle. The Reaver going to get a nice shot off on the siege tanks. He's doing a surround here, but there's 4 bunkers at the front. This is way too much, and it looks like it's just not going to be nearly enough for Harangi. Harangi losing almost all of his ground units. He knows he is done here, and that is going to put KT up 3-0 over CJ. An almost hopeless position. I mean, Stats and Crazy Hydra left to play. Effort and Lita and Harangi all gone down. This is not a good position, or not a good feeling for CJ fans, I'm sure. Anyway, 2 Reavers out now, and here we go. The final break. Do or die. It's probably die.
Most definitely. And there it is.
GG! And there is the Lee Young-ho chant from the crowd. Flash making it 3-0 here. KT dominating in this series. And look at that, Flash. Very triumphant, very happy. Looks like his coach telling him to give a present to a fangirl. Gotta keep those fangirls happy. Wow.
My Protoss heart is bleeding for Harangi. That was... But it was... At the same time, good strategy from Flash and well executed as well, so we can't take anything away from him.
Man, are we really going to see a 4-0? Like, I really don't want to see a 4-0. I want this to be a good series. I honestly don't actually care too much who wins, but 4-0 would just be brutal.
Yeah, especially since first was a 4-1, and then they went up 2-0, making it look like they were just gonna 2-0 CJ into straight sets. But CJ came back, so it was a bit of a Cinderella story there. But it doesn't look good for CJ right now.
Well, CJ can come back in this series. That would be the real Cinderella story. I mean,
That would really be awesome, but I think they would be very, very hard.
well, let us see here. Let us see some magic. Come on, CJ. Come on, show us what you got. Alright, I want to see an ace match. Alright, ready with the VOD?
Yes.